All right, y'all. Good morning to some. Good afternoon to some. I'm not exactly sure if. Let me see here. I gotta slide down some. Be even with the keyboard. We'll find out in just a second here. Um, this is your Bo Andre, aka Bishop Draster on Facebook. So I've been moving some contents there and here. I'm gonna start working on moving my musical contents to my website as soon as yeah, I think I'm gonna have to switch this over slightly this way at some point. As soon as I'm getting better, feel better. Let me see, sometime I reach down here. So I might have to make some adjustments again. All right, so sometimes my voice cords down here. Then I might come up this way. Anyway, most of the majority of the time, we as musicians, we play right in this area. But sometimes musicians are playing chords up, up here. Oh, okay, so this keyboard takes a while to, it takes a minute for it to kind of get hot. So I probably did a video something similar to this, and maybe not, on YouTube. Whereas if you're a beginner musician, intermediate level, you can go from beginner level to intermediate level or advanced level. It is possible. I always change my channel. It is possible. The thing is, if you're a beginner musician, you just have to put in the works just like you would if you want to stay extreme basic. I mean, it's the same work. Being that you have 4 fingers, most of us have 4 fingers in the thumb of the left hand. And the same thing with the right hand, 4 fingers and a thumb in the right hand. And most of us got 2 hands. You can go from beginner level and start out at the gate. I must say, when I say that, start out at the gate playing advanced level stuff. It just depends on what material you put in front of you, material that you want to learn. If you got the material, that's one thing. But if you don't have the material, that's a whole nother ball game right there. But you can go get it, because there's so many musicians out there teaching or sharing ideas, right? Via video, audio, and MIDI. And also online, I think now you can take lessons online, I believe. That was, of course, during the pandemic. And then also one-on-one with somebody that you can go pay them or that person, excuse me, anywhere from $25 on up to $125 or more. And it's like, okay, if you can afford that, right? Everybody can't afford that. So some of us may suffer for a while. Believe it or not, I've been there, done all that. But for me, I was able to understand that I need to put some works behind the chatter. So basically, I stopped chattering and complaining all the time. And when I was a beginner musician and start figuring it out, God kind of gave me this thing. Well, why don't you just communicate with folk? Try to see if you can get with this musician to record him or her. Hang out with them in a rehearsal, get some information, look over their shoulders and see what they're doing. Ask them little questions if you can. Stuff like that. Sometimes you can isolate a musician while he's by himself, and you might get more information than it would for you to be sitting there in a rehearsal while they're in the middle of rehearsal doing stuff. You might probably more than likely get more information that way. But nowadays things are online, So I've gathered stuff since 2003, the latter part of 2003, when I heard about the internet. And yes, it was very complex for me to be snatching up a musician and say, hey man, can you show me this? Because I've been through all that. Some showed me some ideas, some, you know, go talk to John. I go to talk to John. John said, hey, go back to talk to go talk to Louisville. And Louisville was the one that sent me to you. He said, man, you the best. But he the best too. And it was just this back and forth stuff I went through. All right. And I don't want to say, I could say this, but you know, I don't want to say it was just this thing that musicians back then, and probably still today, I don't know, I ain't been around nobody in a while, but musicians of that day, they really didn't want you to know what they knew. You know what I mean? They didn't want you to play like that. I had a musician tell me once, and it was only one time I had a musician to tell me this. It was the first time I ever heard it on that level, but the first thing when I was trying to connect, he's like, man, he's, and you know what? And I applaud a musician who's just being honest. He was like, hey, you know, I can't show you anything because, you know, I'm learning from so and so, and my so and so family member told me, hey, don't be sharing what I'm learning from them. You know, and I respect that. At least being honest. I can take that versus somebody saying, oh man, let's hook up and let me give you a number, let's exchange, and then you call them up, and then next you know, you can't get a hold of them. They got a new number or something. But anyway, so that just kind of brought me to this point where I had to kind of like go back in time. I was already probably halfway through 100 years old, or almost near it. And I just had to go back in time. I knew my theory. I just didn't know the theory with the keys. I knew how to play stuff, a little stuff, you know, a little this and a little that. I knew how to play a few little chords here and there, but I didn't understand the theory behind the madness. So I went back in time and started learning my theory. This is very important, especially if you're unable. Get this thing out of my mouth here. And especially if you're unable to identify chords that you listen to, because believe it or not, I can sit here and click onto something. Let me click on this something here as a demonstration here. Let me see here. Let me click on something. I can sit here and listen to this all day. What? Wait, I hear chords all day. I can hear them chords all day. Well, can I find it is the question. Because I don't have perfect pitch. Now, I ran into a musician years ago at Guitar Center. And after we got the chance to know each other several months later, by the way, I tried to connect with him, but he never gave me his number. But I exchanged my information with him. Moving forward, one day he called me out the blue and was like, hey, man, you know, I got this proposition. I remember some of the stuff that you and I talked about at Guitar Center, and I heard your cries. I heard your cries. You know, and then he was telling me how he reflected back on where he used to be into where he's at now, right? You know. So, he's not one of those musicians that's I call, like, you know, you in the spotlight. I call him the underdog. The underdog kind of musician is the type of person who is not like he wants to be in the light. You know, he wanted to, I call him underdog. Underdog is a person who just don't want to be seen like that, you know, be on the internet, and, or, you know, everybody in town knows you like that, you know. You famous. He one of them underdogs that can sit here and listen to this type of stuff and pick this up. All day. Every chord for chord, note for note. Sorry about that intro, it's kind of long. Woo! What? your mercy. I hear them chords all day. All day I can hear them chords. My Lord, what? Woo! Listen, y'all. I hear them chords all day. Like, literally, I hear them chords. But the question is, do I understand it? Or will my hands be able to interpretate what I hear? And that was an issue what I was having. And I was like, man, I am not interpreting what I hear. I hear them all day. I can go from video to video and hear chords all day. But the question is, do I understand it? My interpretation may not be, the right one. No, 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 no. Maybe that one. So what I'm saying is I had to teach myself. I had to go back and start teaching myself theory. Some people say they have perfect pitch and they can understand that stuff, right? I don't got perfect pitch. And I can't admit to the fact that I do. Maybe I do a little bit, maybe like really thin, a little thin, fine line. I might have just a tiny bit of the, but not much. Right? I start realizing that, the Bible says and Scripture says that God has given every man, every woman, every boy, every girl measures of gifts and talents. And so I'm going to throw my 2 cents in there that it could be from a level from 1 to 10. And some of us are at a 10. Some of us might be at a 5. Some of us might be down at a 1. And some of them maybe just 0. So you have to figure out where you at. Right? If you were 0, okay, no big deal. Because this is funny because I even came, if I was at a 5, okay, no problem, no big deal. All right? I maybe got 1%. I may be at a 1% that I may not be able to have perfect pitch. To understand what in the world is this musician playing on the keyboard? What? I might be at 1%. Or I might be at 10%. I might be at 5% somewhere, right? Or I can sit here and figure out theory behind the madness. So that's what I ended up having to do, is learn theory. D major, E major. Okay, scale. My C scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now what key this person is playing the moves? Then I have to listen to the key. E. Now I don't have to have perfect pitch to figure that out, y'all. Now I have taught myself this idea. I don't have to have perfect pitch, but I just hear the note at the top of my ear. Maybe I do have a form of perfect pitch. I don't know. But I do know my vocal tone is C. So I can transpose that in my mind. I see D flat, D, E flat, E. Right? So I can hear that tone in my head as soon as he even start touching the keyboard. Alright? And I might even hear the high, and I might even hear whatever the low note, and I might be lucky I catch one of the notes in the middle. And as I start building, I'm building on the scale in my mind, D scale. Y'all see what just happened? So I built the D scale there. also I have the E scale. Y'all follow me? If y'all following me, right? And then that was the note I played, right? This is what I think I heard. Now that's not the chord all the way yet, but I'm giving myself an idea. I may have heard this top note, but there are other notes in the middle, right? All right. Let me fast forward this again. Fast forward this again. That intro's kind of long. All right, here we go again. First chord. Do that first chord again. Right. Oh, hold on. Let me turn this up just a hair. Where are you? There we are. Devil messing with my computer again. All right, now let's turn this up. There we go. Okay. Now let's turn this up again. I'm gonna do that chord again. All right. In my ears, I hear this top note and I hear a bottom note in my ear. Right, and I don't have to have perfect pitch, but I'm gonna figure this chord out, even if it take me a bit to get it. I had a virus in my computer. All right, so let me see. Let me do it one more time, right? One more time. All right, let's see. I heard that. Now that might be what I'm hearing, right? But it's not the actual chord, right? Now that I hit these three notes, I'm gonna do the scale in D now. Remember, I have to learn my scales, right? That's the D scale. Now it's giving me the clue here. A D scale. Did y'all catch what I'm doing, right? Okay. That's the chord in D. Okay, hold up. Okay, so I gave you out the D scale. Then we're in E, right? So let me listen to this E scale. Probably the D, okay. And then here's the A scale. Watch what happens. What? What? That's too heavy. So D scale, A scale, right? And I didn't have to do the whole scale. As far as the A scale is concerned, right? So let me play the chord again. What? 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 Are you kidding me? No, for real. So I learned my scale in all 12 keys. So now what is happening is I'm looking down on my hand. I've learned the scales in all 12 keys. Learn my scales in all 12 keys, right? I'm trying to understand what are the musicians playing. D scale. I'm trying to understand what musicians are playing. Let's go to E flat now. Oh, it just dawned on me already while I'm doing this. E flat scale or E scale. This is what clicked to my mind. Now listen, I'm already doing my scale. What? Right? That scale. So this is what dawned on me. D major. So in the scale of C, we have C major chord. And in my inversions. Alright, y'all follow me? Now I'm going to jump over a whole step and go to the D scale, which I've already played. And now I have the D chord. Root first and second, right? Now I'm gonna jump over and do a whole step move and go to a E scale, which I already finished doing, and the E chord. Now I'm gonna completely jump all the way over to A, to the A chord. Root position, right? First inversion, second inversion. Now what just jumped in my mind was this A chord and a D chord. So I created the D major 7 chord. But I already figured out already what the chord is. It's two different chords mixed together, which I realized, oh man, this is the D chord and an A chord mixed with the D chord, which we call a D major 9 chord because I'm hitting the 2 in D. Now I might go in the A scale and go ahead and hit the 2 here too. What? So two chords mixed together. Now y'all got that MKS sound. Let me hit you with the MKS. Do I need to? Here we go. You know, probably a little heavy on the MKS. Let me bring it down some. A little still heavy on the MKS a little bit. You know. So I'm like, what? All right, let's back up just a hair again. Ooh, y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all know that's crazy. Still heavy on the MKS? What? Okay. Still heavy on the MKS. Oh, where's my keyboard? Did I turn it down? Oh, no wonder. Okay. I was like, where's the keyboard at? Change my channel again. How am I still heavy on the key? Still heavy on MKS again. Okay, let me just go here. Right. Now that's another thing too. What makes things sound a little bit more better if your board is close to the sound that you're hearing on the video audio. Right. That also makes a big difference in getting the sound that you want. Okay. Okay, so if I'm not getting the sound I want, I know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the channel. Change it to what you call it, and then there we go. Right. Right. Now watch my MKS. Alright. So let me see. Alright, let's see. My keyboard still. Hold on. I'm still hearing my MKS is still up. I turned this thing all the way down and I still hear it. Yeah, it is now. A little bit better. So the more closer I get to the keyboard sound, the better it is, easier for me now to identify the chord a lot better. All right, a lot better now. All right, so now that I got the two chords mixed together now finally, that makes me a little happy, right? Not quite where I wanted that, but I have to now play around with this keyboard. I might have to restart the board because, but y'all see the point, you know. Oh, I might have to change my bank actually, but y'all get the point. There you go. I think he did that, right? Something like that. So I don't have to have perfect pitch, but I understand notes because now it's 12 notes. 12 notes that keeps repeating itself. All right, 12 notes that keeps repeating itself. So I'm like, All right. Let me see. Let me try bank 2. Right. See. I think I heard him doing something like that. All right. So you're a beginner musician, and you can go from beginner's level to intermediate level or beginner's level to advanced level, but it just depends on what you listening to or who you listening to. Right, it depends on who you listening to. So anyway, I don't have to have perfect pitch to figure this out, right? Oh, hold on. All right, so let's do that again. All right, so you go on. Okay, so I gotta figure that out. At least I got that far, right? So, right, so that's. So before I move on to the next movement, you know, I keep practicing that until I feel comfortable. I might have to readjust my keyboard because the sounding that I wanted to get is not giving it to me for whatever reason. Let's see, can I change my bank to 3? And I'll keep practicing on that same move until I think I might have it before I move on to whatever else the musician is doing. See, not everybody have perfect pitch, all right? Not everybody has the ability to do it. I don't have it. I have to sit here and play around with theory for a bit. So now I have to figure out where you're going. I went back to it. Let me see. I think he's doing something like this. To B. So A, when I say A, D major 9 with the D major 9, right? The 9 is the 2. It sounds like he's going to the B chord. And he's playing around with that for a bit, right? So I remember I did the scale to E. Now, chord-wise, if I would have did the E scale, let's do the E scale first. We have the 1 on E. And then the 2 is F sharp minor. The 3 is G sharp minor. And the 4 is that A chord, right? And the 5 is that B chord. And of course, I would do my inversions, right? The 5, the 6 is C sharp minor. And number 7 is E diminished 7. And then you're back to the 1 again. Alright. Now, in this case, this song is breaking rules, or the person who's playing this tune is breaking rules. Right? When I say breaking rules, you know, chording in a different way, and breaking the rules and using what we call mix maxing chords and blendy blend. I call it the blendy blend stuff. But you know, mixing chords and playing around with it. You know, and it sounds dope doing it. That's the fun thing about it. So and going to a B major chord. Something like that. I'm just assuming he's going ba ba da ba ba da. You know what I'm saying? And whatever it is, da da. Now I'm gonna take the 2 off for a second and just play the D major and A major. B. Da da, back to it, to the D and A chord, right? Of course, I want to color it now. So basically, you're playing the E scale. I'm sorry, the D scale. Of course, you take it off a note along the way in the scale, and then you're playing the A scale. So I said, wow, 2 different chords. So, and I hear the top notes and stuff like that. So now in my mindset, I have to say, man, how would I sort of do this if it was me? Which is kind of funny to think of. And a little arpeggiation, I think. Now I tried the E. Let me do the E. Okay, so I was incorrect. So let's go from D. I was wrong. Now that my ears heard the E scale. So let's say the E over A. Now that sounds better. Watch this. There it goes. The D was close, but it was the E. The E chord and the A chord mixed together. There it is. Of course, we coloring the 2. E is covering the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, and the A 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Yeah. So it's the E and the A chord mixed together. There we go. All right. So what's the first chord, right? F sharp minor 9. With the 11. We're mixing 2 major chords together. And whatever else he did. Let me see. Now it's starting to come to my mind here for a second, right? Da-da-da. A little arpeggiate. Let me see how you arpeggiate that. See how he's arpeggiating that now. Oh, there it is. Back to it. Yeah. Back to it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So this is an F sharp minor 9 chord. F sharp minor 11. People are going to tell you need to learn your minor 9 chords, your minor 9 and your minor 11 stuff, right? Or your minor 9, 11, and 13. Or minor 13, 9, 11, actually. Because the 13 is the 6 is the last note in the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So they may tell you learn your 13. And they may tell you to learn your 6. So that's your 6 is the 13. Then they may tell you to learn your 11, which is the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you may have the 13, or we may call it the 6, right? The 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So y'all will hear this for beginner level musicians. And when you start understanding that, then it becomes a little bit more easier to understand what they're talking about. But the 6 is the 13. The 4 is the 11. And the 2 is the 9. So when you hear somebody say, yeah, I need to learn your minor 9, your minor 11, and your 13, or your 13, 9, your 13, 9, 11. 13, 9, 11. You know what I'm saying? 13, 9, 11, right? 13, 9, 11. Yeah, y'all probably gonna catch that later. But anyway. Sorry about that. Y'all get it later. Y'all might catch that later, but that's why they say learn your 9/11, your 13 9/11. So that's what they mean. If you know your scale is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's the 6, right? The 6. If you know your numbers, the 6, right? And then you know your 2. You know your 1. You know the 2. You know the 3, the 4, and the 5, and the 6, and the 7. All right. So, which slider is that? And that's how musicians be creating ideas of whatever the ideas they want to come up with, you know. But so yeah, so your 6 is the 13, and your 9 is the 2, and your 11 is the 4. Y'all get the point. So you want to learn your 9/11 chords, right? Your 9/11 13. Anyway, let's get back to what I was doing. B, I think he was going to. No, so how do you do it? Let me see. Hold on, was this something like that, you know? So I hear him doing. I hear chords all day. I could be a beginner level musician. I hear chords all day. I hear the notes all day. Question of mine is, can I figure it out by either using the theory behind the madness, or will I be able to pick it up by ear too, which is called perfect pitch? See? Let me see, I know he's doing this because he's coming back to it. See? So I got that part. F sharp minor 9/11. Back to it. My bad. Okay. Because he's kind of rolling that. So let me see. So it's kind of like. So it's coming back to it. So let me see. Yeah, I think it's like that. Hold on, let me see. Now, here's another thing. If my concentration is not locked in, it's going to take me a bit to get this down. I might have to go take a time out, come back to this, and say, okay, hold on. Yeah, now I think I got it now. Oh, almost. I did it the first time. Nope. Yeah, because he's doing a scale. The B scale. We have the E scale. And then we also have the A scale. And then we have the B scale. So we have the E chord at first, right? Then we have the A chord. And then we're going for the B chord. And I understand he's doing inversions of this. I hear this in my. See, and I hear him doing this. It's a B chord. And I hear this. Now I can make this up in my head without listening to it no more. But you know. See what I'm saying? So at some point, I'm like, I'm close, right? I'm my way back. The scale. Yeah, sort of the scale. I'm just skipping the 6. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just skip the 6. And I'm just basically going, inversion of the 3, 5, 1. 3, 5, 1. And then, of course, I'm probably going to go out of the key scale of the B for a moment. No, actually, to go into the 2. Right, 2 and jump to the what? 5. So I'm thinking that's how you doing that one. Uh-oh. That might work. That might work. Let me see if you're doing it that way, right? And I keep messing with it until my mindset settle with it. Skip that one. So skip that one. So I was wrong, right? So back to it. See? So now my ears is it's pretty much messing with the scale for the most part, right? Messing with the scale. Now I should be able to nail this now. F sharp minor 9, 11, and then doing this little flickering. And actually, this is really an E major chord, by the way. If I hold that voice in. If I'm holding that voice in, that turns into an E major add 2. And then B major chord. And then a little arpeggiation. It's a B major add 2. I'm just doing inversion. The 2. Back to it. And I'm twanging it now. Not that I had to. I'll go straight with it. Right? You see what I'm saying? Right back to it. Let me see. I hear it. I hear that. Right back. I hear this. And right back to the B major add 6. I don't know if you did that, but I'm just saying. Now let's see if you did that. Because I'm now thinking like, how would I do that if I was playing this? I guess. Told you. This is what I figured. Now, I can go ahead and add that A flat there now because why? Because I did that. Now I have a, we're in the key of, I guess this is E, I think. So this will be considered G sharp minor 7, 11. Told you, you got to learn your minor 9, minor 7, minor 7, minor 9, 11, 13, 9, 11. And 7 as well. So yes, so, and then back to it. Now I'm adding extra notes, but it doesn't matter because I'm still playing the same thing. It's the minor chord. Remember I said that earlier? And we have the 1 major, 2 F sharp minor, which I was just playing a minute ago. F sharp minor chord. F sharp minor 9, 11, right? Which was the 2. And then the 3 is G sharp, not A flat, but G sharp because we're in E, right? I guess this song is in E. I guess he's playing in E, right? And then we have the G sharp minor chord, root position, right? First inversion, second inversion. So that made me say, oh, I mean, not that necessarily I have to hit that note because it's already in the left hand. So I'm like, oh. But as far as chord wise, I'm just going back to really the B major chord. So basically, A over E, flickering this up to the E chord, and playing technically the B major chord at 2. That's my 2. So it's like, 3, 5, 1, 2, 5. 3, if you know your scale notes or your number system, 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 1, and the scale, that's the 2. 3, 4, 5, right? All right, anyway, you guys get the point now. Now, number system in the left hand, I'm playing the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 in the left hand. 1, 2, 3. My right hand is playing the what? In E scale, I'm playing the what? 4, 5, 6, 1. Or the 8, if you want to call it 8. So basically I'm playing the 1, 3, 1, 2, 3 in the left hand. Right hand is picking up the 4, 5, 6, and back to the 1 or 8. Which the chord is going to be a minor chord, minor 9 chord. F sharp minor 9, 11. This taking me to E at 2. Just take him to the B major chord, then arpeggiate that. Right. And that takes me to the G sharp minor 7, 11. 7, 11, 9, 3, 11. So it depends on what you practice on. If you're a beginner level musician and you want to go straight to the gate, you want to go straight, I call it to the heart. You want to take this straight to the heart, and you want to go from, your beginner level, like I did. This same the beginner level when I first started. Okay. And I taught myself these chords. All right. So these are my very first chords. Now I want to learn some advanced level because I'm tired of this crackerjack stuff. It sounds like my coworker. Man, this is nothing but a bunch of crackerjack stuff. But yeah, now I want to get straight. I want to go straight to a beginner level to advanced stuff now. And if y'all notice anything, anybody notice anything? Let me show you what you. I'm playing in the middle of the keyboard for the most part. Occasionally, you might see that hand go outside of the middle of the keyboard, because the middle of the keyboard is here. And now I want to go outside now with the left hand. Of course, my right hand is still in the middle of the keyboard, literally in the middle of the keyboard. From C to B, to be fair, that's the middle of the keyboard. And if I can play chords in the middle and listen to the words I'm about to say, if I can learn to play chords in the middle, that makes me sound, instead of amateur level, beginner level, it makes me sound much more like on the level, potentially advanced level. And that's what the advanced level musician is doing, the basic theory behind the madness. Like, for example, if I told you this is the 1 scale, the formula C, I'm just doing inverted, y'all. Okay, fine. The 2 chord is the D minor chord. And I'm just doing inverted, y'all. Study inverted. Right. Okay. My 3 chord or 3rd chord is E minor, right? Hold on. Right? And my 4 chord is major. My 5 chord is G major. Now pay attention to where that finger is at. And I said, if I want to learn how to play like the professional musicians or pros or Go advanced level, if you will, for the way we think, our mindsets think, because we hear other musicians playing all these different stuff. They're not playing nothing that we can't play or can't figure out what they're doing. It's really that you're taking the chords from the scale, literally the chords from the scale. Where I stop it on the 5. That's the 5 chord, G major, right? In my version. Pay attention to where that finger is for now, right? Okay, then we have the A minor move, group position first inversion. Now I gotta go outside because I gotta go to the what? Second inversion of this. Of course, I would have went as far as down here to get an idea what it sound like down here. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff, right? Right? You see what I'm saying? That type of thing, right? That's the 6th chord now. And we are the last one for what we call the 7th chord. Diminish. I'm gonna switch the hand over. Switch the hand over again. All I'm doing is inversions. Once I've learned that concept and knowing that I got 4 fingers and the thumb on each hand, that's half my battle. The other battle that I'm doing is knowing that, okay, I got 12 keys. This is 12 down here. Oh, now I'm going to call this the low range. I have another 12 set of keys. I'm going to call this the low range. Right? I have another set of 12 keys again. I'm going to call this the mid range. And then the high range, the next 12. And the highest. Cool. Now most of my battle was pretty much done. Now all I have to do is just listen to the song or the chords that's being applied and say, where is that keyboard hands at on the board? Where is he ranging at? In the middle of the board? Out here somewhere? out in the woods somewhere? At the low range? At the highest range? Or at the high range? Or at the mid range? Or is he ranging in the low range? Or the low range? And sometimes, if not majority of the time, it's usually in the low range and the mid range. And occasionally you got to reach out to the high range because of the type of voicing the chords that might be needed to be applied. So in this case, it's the low range and the mid range. How many notes? Maybe just that 1 or that 2. It's the 2, mid range. And then in my low range, I got several notes. Oh, wrong note. I may have several notes in the low range, and just the 2 notes I will probably play in the mid range. So that's half my battle, knowing, oh, that's where he's ranging at. All right, then when he did this, he's in the mid range still. Now that's the high range. Oh, and that's how I'm figuring this out. Okay. So I'm going through this little process like, okay, hold on. Then he come back down to, where's he at? So low range and mid range now. That hand got to come up and he's going to head up here to what? So now he's in the low range of the left hand. The right hand went up to the mid range. And then the high range. So I'm like, oh. And that's how I'm figuring out where is that, because I hear the notes, y'all. And I don't have to have perfect pitch, but I hear the notes. Oh, duh. Oh, mid-range, high range. That's why I'm knowing where he's at. It's half your battle right there, right? That's what he was supposed to do with that left hand, so I messed up that. Now I'm correcting it. Now that I've thought about it, why I thought about it was because that E flat or that D sharp, that suggested I'm going to the B major chord. And that's when he did the arpeggiation to come back. Oh, then I heard him doing, and then back to it. So now it's starting to make some sense to me now. Right? then he does the arpeggiation. 3, 5, what? 3, 5, 1, 2, no, 3, 5, 1, 5, and then chord on the move, right? And then he chord. Oh, 3, 5, right? 3, 5, 1, 5, and then chord. So that makes sense now. Oh, that makes sense to me now. All right, because I know where you're ranging now. See if I can match it. Ah, now he's a little faster than me, so. We go right back to it. Woo, okay, let's do it again. So I hear the idea now. So he's right away. He's right away now. He's right away, so okay. So I see he's right away with it. Okay, cool, okay. Because you know it's all about speed, right? I gotta speed up a little bit. All right, so I get the logistics behind the man. Right back to it. You arpeggiated it. Okay, so you arpeggiated it there. Let's see. Then right back to it. Okay, so it's like okay, so there's a little technique behind. No, it's really not a technique. It's just the idea. He's arpeggiating this stuff, so I'm like, okay, I'm not a keyboard player, so let me get my mind together. Let me get my spirit together here. Oh. Back to it. And then he's doing another move. All right, so let's see what was the other one. All right. Now, I got to speed this up in my brain here. Nope. There it is. Because I hear him transposing that third inversion of the major 7. And I'll find it because I already understood where he was ranging at. Let me see. I gotta get this together first. What was it? Let me see. Then he did something. Look. He did something in the left hand when he went here. Let me see. Let me think of what that would have been. Oh, I think he's doing. I think. No, let's see. It's one of them. Nope. It was one of them moves. I'll find it. Hold on. So now I gotta figure out what he did with that left hand. what he did. He did. I think he did that. All right. So y'all see how much work I gotta put into this, right? So at least I got off that intro. What was it? No, what was it? There it is. Cause you go to a B major chord, so. No, so you go. Something like that. So I have a little idea what he's doing. And it's all because I'm thinking of the theory behind the madness. So now that this song is in my mind, in my spirit, I'm going to start messing with it a little bit more. That's what keyboard players do if you really want to go from rookie level to advanced level. You listen to the advanced music. Got the first chord. All right. And then I chop it up. So you go. The left hand got him. I try to do a little bit by little bit. Right? So I'm like try to catch a little bit by little bit, right? Don't have to have perfect pitch. Then he comes back. I think he's doing like that. Yeah. So I try to break this up. Right, so. Right. And then let me see what's the next one. He's gonna go to. Okay, so right, so the first one was. So that's how I do this, y'all. And if it take me half an hour to get this intro, get past this intro portion of it, it is what it is until I chop this up. Because sometimes some things is not as easy as other songs, right? So, then he goes back into that. Back to it. Okay. There it is. So I have to break this up in section. And that's where we at right there. And then he goes. Okay. I know he's headed in there. I can hear that in my ear. Let's see the left hand. Nope. Something in the left hand he's doing. Let me see how. I forgot what I was doing. Let me see. I think that's what he was actually playing. It's cool. So I get the logistics of it, yeah. I think that's where he was heading. Something like that. Let me see what we got in. Yeah, that's what it is. And then he's gonna do this other move. I have to figure out which way he's moving now. Let's see. Look. He might be going the other way too. Well, I have I hear some stuff. I don't have perfect pitch, but I have an idea, right? You know, so that was nice. Let me see how I voice that. I'm trying to say how I voice it. Let me see. Left hand, right hand. I'm just trying to see how he's doing it. He's not playing these actual chords this way. I'm just kind of here just Alright, so let me see here. Okay. So it's not like he's hitting the diminished moves so hard. He's just using some of the outer notes. So I'm like, I'll figure it out in a minute. I know he's doing the diminished move for sure, but I know we're going here for sure. Okay, I'm gonna get all that. So because the bass line's carrying the bass, I have to figure out how he's fingering this. Alright, so I'll come back to this later. I still gotta get that first part down correctly though, alright? And then he because everything is close together chord wise. He's doing some crazy. I know what he's doing about him. minor 9 chord again, y'all, all day. Playing around with this minor 9, diminished moves, and so forth. But I'll get that in a minute, y'all. I'm playing that minor 9, and that's the other minor 9. That's why I was thinking with that D earlier. Minor 9, 11 all day. Minor 9, 11. So anyway, I'll work on the rest of this later. All right, but I need to get that first part together, right? That's what we do. Well, when I say that's what the pros do, they work on stuff that's going to help marinate it in mind. So I'm gonna come back to that. That is Great Is Your Mercy. That was done by that's a Great Is Your Mercy. Yeah, I think that's Great Is Your Mercy. What's the name of it? Yeah, Great Is Your Mercy. That was done by Elder DW. All right, so I'm gonna come back to that later. I gotta get my spirit together with this one. All right. So let me, and then what I do is I try to listen to see how far I want to go to, and I normally have a pencil and paper, and I'll mark, or bookmark where I'm gonna stop at. So let me listen to see how far I want to stop this, how much I'm gonna pick up. So it's okay. So I already got the beginning of it. Somebody, right? Back to it. Right. Something like that. And then something. I get the logistics of it. All right. I don't have it all, right? I have an idea, right? So because I understand he's going from the E to the B, right? To the B in the beginning, right? E over A over E, right? And then we go into the B, right? So I get that. All right, then he comes back to the B again, to the B right down low, to get back to the A and E over A over E, and back up to this B again. A major 7. Back to the B again. And then, I think he's doing it right here. That's how I would have did it. But anyway, because the bass line, whoever's doing the bass line is picking that up. And if he wanted to, he could go. Basically, I'm just playing around with that. It's A diminished 7, but if I'm trying to get the bottom or whatever, you know what I'm saying? B flat, diminished 7. Same. C diminished 7. If you wanted to voice it that way, you know what I'm saying? Because we know 2 tritones create a diminished move. So I'm like, okay. Come on. I heard flickering that note. Da-da. I hear him flickering his note. So you don't have to necessarily hit the diminished move so heavily. He could actually do it like this. Split the diminished move actually. basically, you know, he can split that diminished move actually, and use two hands to pull this off. Now, if he's good at with that, kind of flicker it up like that, that's even cool actually. And I have to see him play with this for a second. Like, now I had to probably twist my hand and don't have to, like I said, don't have to go all in with the diminished move. I can omit the middle notes, and he's doing it. Or do it this way and just use the other hand to go and play the diminished move like that too. Because I hear him flickering into it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so he could go ahead and use the left hand to play the, which is the, I don't know key we in, E, so D sharp diminished 7. And so he could go like this. You know what I'm saying? Now, I find it kind of hard. Maybe he could also do it this way too. I find it easy just go like this. Or omit, like I said, the A. But see, this sounds funny. Sounds funny doing that. So it's, you know, it's kind of like, you know, I find it easy just doing it this way. Alright, the next move. And I think he flickers that next. Yeah. I don't hear too much of the bottom because whoever's playing the bass on that track. So anyway, so you know, this is easier. Now I heard a little flicker in there. The last one. I hear him do a little flicker in there. All right. Now how I flicker that, I have to twist my hand a certain way to get that diminished move, because it's just really him doing the diminished move here. It's the same place where the other one was at, you know. Right. If I kept my hand in the same spot and put my hand right back to that same spot again, right, I'll be able to pull that off. You know what I'm saying? Put my hand right back to that same spot. Oh. There it is. Alright. It's the same diminished move. It's basically just doing this. It's the same diminished move. Same diminished move. That's basically what they're doing, right? Right, the same diminished move, right? Same diminished move, right? Right. So I'm saying, so I'm thinking, and then there's a little same move back to the same hand fingering, if you will, and you just the little twangy right there, right? Just a little twangy twang, you know. Y'all see him? Or, you know, maybe he didn't play all of the notes. So, yeah. Let me see, what was that last chord? Sometimes you don't have to play all of the other notes. It's still a G flat major 9, you know. If I want it heavier, then I'm playing the 6, 9, and then 11. You know, I mean the 9, 11, or lighten it up and skip a note. Skip a note, you know. You know, so anyway, what was that? Back to that little twangy twang. And skip a couple notes here. Or go heavy. You know what I'm saying? So if I just want to go straight to it in heavy, I know he's gonna do something like that. Yeah. This is still a minor 9 chord, E minor 9, right? You know? E minor 9, still E minor 9. You just went same thing. So, right? E minor 9 11. Same thing, right? So you know. So, you know, you basically just playing the E flat diminished 7 technically, right? Half step up, E diminished 7 technically. And then it goes back to the E flat diminished 7. So I basically play the E flat diminished 7, right? And it's just pretty much just go back to it. E diminished 7. E flat diminished 7, I'm sorry. E flat diminished 7. E diminished 7. Back to the E flat diminished 7 technically, right? But he twang it. You know, twang it right here. You know, and then hit you with the E minor 9 11. So you just go. Now you can just go ahead and say G major 9 because I'm coming off of one of the notes and giving you the E G major 7 until I hit that E, and then of course it changes the voicing to E minor 9, right? So anyway, so it depends on what your ears want to. Yeah. So all right. So anyway, right? Depends on what your ears want to hear: the minor 9 chord or that major 7 chord. Now I gotta get this position, right? Twang it again. I went here with the major 7. Where we go? Oh, I heard him hitting a note somewhere. So I hear him doing that. So that's the next little move he's doing, right? You know? I'm just going straight to the. Alright. I don't have to have perfect pitch to do this, y'all. I just hear the notes. And the funniest thing is, or the funnest thing is, he's playing in the middle of the keyboard between the low range and the mid range all day. Right? So in the middle of the keyboard. Right? Low range, mid range together. Then now I may have to go out to the high range for a second. Come back in, mid range or low range again. Same in the same spot. Then now I might have to go back out again. Back out to the high range again. Mid range, high range. You know what I'm saying? So. Now you see, I'm in the low range, mid range, and one of the notes in the high range. And then that little move, what was it? What was the twangy move again? You know. He's right here in the middle of the board, right? Woo! Da, 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 da. Right, so you know. arpegiation. All right. So I hear a little arpeggiation. So now I gotta figure out what he's doing with the left hand. I hear the little notes he's doing, or the right hand actually. Do 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 do. Okay, so I gotta figure that out in a minute, right? So sometimes I know what he's doing, and it's like, okay, how's he pulling this off in my mind? So, how's he doing this in my mind? I hear it in my ear. I hear the notes in my ear, so it's like, okay, hold on, Doc. I gotta think about this. Let me pray. Let me pray about it. I'll find it. So he's arpeggiating something. Let's see what makes sense to me. I'm trying to make sense. I try to see here, make it make sense to my mind what I'm hearing him doing. Let's see. So hold on. It's coming to me. Let me think. I have to think about it. Hold on. See. Let's see. So I'm see. I hear it. I'll miss the note. I think I'm close. Look, I hear it. It's coming back. It's coming. I'm missing a note. I'm missing a note. Hold on. I'm telling you, I hear the note. That left hand and that right hand, but I was trying to hear the right hand. Oh. Something with the right hand. I hear that in my ear because I hear the A major chord, but there's a note I'm missing still. Okay, I told you I'll be hearing this stuff. Maybe it was just that. Maybe it was just that. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so maybe it was that. Hold on. It can be, some of the stuff sounds tricky, but after I still sit here thinking about it. Okay, I think that's what he's doing. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So I told you I'll find it. You know, so. That's how you do that. Okay. So let me see. Cause he go like that. It's amazing how you hear this stuff. Remember I said you doing inversions? You never know where it might end up. Keyboard players might end up doing voicing. So let me see. Whoa, let me see, that would make sense to me. I done forgot the beginning of this whole thing here. Something like that. I'm skipping a note along the way somewhere, but. And then. I forgot twangy twang. Okay. Woo! Boy, let's see. I don't have perfect pitch. I'm just using the, like I said, the theory behind this. I'm just trying to figure out where he's going now. Right, so where we going? I'll break this up. I don't probably forgot everything now. Half the everything. You went right back to it. So you went back to. Sound like you're about to do a diminished move. But anyway, so yeah, the other one was this way. And then he come back and play it again. That's dope, y'all. I forgot already, y'all. Let me see this last part. Let me see. Okay, where we headed now? Da, da, da. See, I think it's going to diminish move. D diminished 7. Let me see. I'm not sure what direction we're going. Hold on. Come on. Get off my computer, you devil. No, he's not playing that diminished move. Let me see. He's playing a different chord there. Sound like diminished at first. Let me see. Let me see. Sound like a diminished at first. Let me see. Hold on. He playing a different chord here. Come on back here. Where we at? I don't know if he's doing it. Let's see. My brain thinking. Nope, not the minute. I don't know why I'm thinking it's still diminished. I'm not sure if you're doing this. Minor move. I know the diminished sound, so let me see. Got that. Okay, hold on. I'm not sure where we going. Okay, I'm lost now. I hear him doing something. Let's see. Nope. Okay. Once again, I gotta get my concentration back because I lost it now. And then let me see what I say. The twangy twang. Now I gotta figure out the rest of this. Now, at least I got this far. That's pretty far. Anyway, I'm gonna come back to this later. It's about 6 o'clock, and I don't want to go past that because the other day I went almost 7 o'clock, and yeah. So I'm gonna bookmark where I stopped off at. See, I had written it on something now. My wife came in here. Let me see. Hold on. Let me bookmark this off on where I stopped at on this tune. Now, if I find that those chords or movements that I played was incorrect, I'm definitely for sure, promise y'all, I'm gonna clear that up. Cause if my mind ain't clear, it's not clear. But I might be close to the. So this one was Great Is Thy Mercy. I think this was an E. Great is your mercy. Your mercy, I think. Great is your mercy. All right, and believe this is E, I think. And where I stopped off at, I got pretty far. This was 5 minutes and 18 seconds, so I got a long ways to go. But once I get past this little intro, I know he does some really off the chain stuff, and my spirit is definitely gotta be locked in on it. But that's how far I got with this one. 30 seconds into this. Hopefully I remember what book I got this in. And then I'm gonna go back to the other song that I started off with. Most people might tell you, when you practice stuff, stay with the whole song until you finish it. I get bored and I need to go to something else. All right. So I'm going to click back to the song that I was originally working on. guess it's not on my desktop, so it's in my little secret compartment here. My little gadget. Actually, I should just drag that file to the desktop so I don't have to keep doing this, going the hard way. So maybe I drag that. Let me see, where's the file at? Right there. Bam. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Hold on. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, there you go. Let me drag this onto my desktop. All right, now where you at? There you are. All right, so I already dragged that file to my desktop, so now I don't have to see it looking for it. All right, so I was originally messing with this tune yesterday. Let's see how much I remember. Sustain pedal trying to get away from me. And you're trying to go from beginner level to intermediate level, basically. So I listen to advanced level musicians, we say that they are, and I just try to pick up ideas from them. Turn this down just a hair. All right. And what I like to do is when I'm learning a song, I work on it piece by piece. Page 1. Matter of fact, I found it. All right, so I chopped this up on how much I want to learn. I'm reading my music now, transcribing. Right. So that was probably the very first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chords right there. 8 chord progression. Right. So an 8 chord progression. Where's my strings go? Oh, duh. Change my channel again. Right. All right. So I always say when you practice on stuff, just like I did that other song. I'll change my channel again. Practice on a little bit by little bit. So I know where I started out at on that other video. Up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, you know, a little twangy twang. You know what I'm saying? You know something? So I know where I'm at now. And I'm not gonna go any further than that because I'm gonna have to practice that again until I feel comfortable with the tempo, because I'm gonna have to play along with the person who's doing the song, so I can feel comfortable with the tempo and what dropping the chords and the notes in the right spot. So the same thing with this song, I would do the same thing and just do a little bit at a time until I got it memorized. Okay, now I would have stopped. Stop! I would have stopped. If I don't got it down right, you know, I'll do it again, right? And then I'll go to my next section. This is just part 1, right? And then I'll keep on going and keep it on, right? So now I'm gonna work my way up till I want to go to the next part. the next section of it. Ba-da, 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 ba-da. That's it. Stop! Stop! Okay. Alright. So now that takes me to a whole nother page. So let me go back to where I need to pick up that last part. Got all that? Now the next part. A little early. Right there. Now, stop! All right. And then I'll rewind that back to the very top and then work my way to this part that I just did, right? So I'll go back and then this is all page 1A, right? So now I'm on 1A. Now I'm gonna start from the top. Early. That's it. Now that takes me to page number 2. Da! Now, if I'm not comfortable yet, I'm not going to do page 2 yet. Now, I can go ahead and do this whole song and not remember it because I'm reading my transcription. Also, at the same time, I'm listening to the music. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to remember it. This is also LDDW doing Lifestyle of Worship. And he also did that Great Is Your Mercy thing. Right? So, before I move on to the next part of the song, I need to make sure I got this memorized. So then that's when I flip over my transcription. All right, now I have a transcription there just in case I hit a wrong chord or I noticing I'm missing the wrong chord or something, and then I'll go back. So now that's gonna push me back to the beginning, and I'm gonna work my way all the way to that ending of page 1, right? Because that was number 1A. So I did number 1A. I finished it. Then I went to B2. Actually, I was about to do B2. All right. So anyway, so before I move on, I want to make sure I got that number 1A knocked up first before I even go to number 1B. Right. So I'm gonna play number 1A all over again. All right, number 1A. Okay. All right, that's page 2. Ba-da, ba-da. Ba-da-da. Okay, now I'm ready for that page. All right, so I gotta listen to the page, or I'm gonna try to pick it out as I go. So the next page is number 1B. Ba-da. Next page. Okay, before I go to part 2, hey, I want to start this whole thing all over from the beginning, right? And I can move this on out the way and go to part 2. But before I move to part 2, I want to make sure I got part A1 and part 1B down, right? Before I go to part 2A and 2B. So I'm going to start this all over from the top. Now I might go ahead and take a time out because it's already 6:15 and I need to give my mind a break. Because this right there was by itself was just too much, right? Alright, yeah. Oh, was it what it is it? I forgot. And then you go do this. And then you do the other little part. See, so I have to like literally stop to do this slower. So my hand's gonna remember it because the slower, the better. But when it's super duper slow, I'm gonna forget it because it's way too slow. So I gotta have I gotta find that fine line on how much speed I need to remember the chords in the fingering, because my brain is like, what? Because this is all a by itself just as crazy already, right? This is kind of way too slow, right? You know. You know what I'm saying? This is just too slow, so I gotta find that sweet spot, I guess I should say. Like, you know, not too slow, not too fast, but somewhere along where I can kind of remember the tempo in a sense. It might not be the exact tempo, but it's gonna help me out, right? Help me with the flow. It's gonna help me with the, you know, help me with the fingers so I can be there on time. You know what I'm saying? You know, help me out a little bit. Right? It's gonna help me with that, to help me with my memory bank. So with the same thing with the song, I have to have a specific tempo. Okay? You know, so I can know when my hand needs to drop. That's not way too slow, but it's good enough. Right? So I know when my hand needs to drop. You know, you know what I'm saying? I need to know. Next part. So my hands know where to drop at. You know what I'm saying? Nope. See, I have to get it. The hand got to drop, but I need the right tempo in my mind. In the last page. See what I'm saying? So now I'm able to basically do that whole tune without looking at the paper, and also just listening to the way he did the moves, right? So muscle memory is definitely key for sure. Now I need to give my mind a break, because after a certain point, it's just too much to remember because there's so much to do. All right, so this is your Bo Andre. If you're trying to learn how to be play like the pros, the heavyweight musicians, it is possible. It is definitely possible. You can go from rookie level, like me, you can go from rookie level to advanced level if you want to. It's one of those things. If you want to be rich, you can be rich. You just got to put your mind to it and know what it is that you want to do. If you want to be rich, if you want to stay poor, then you're going to stay poor. That's just common sense. It's like, if you want to be poor, you're going to be poor. If you want to be rich, if you want, some people say, I just want to be average, then be average. Right? You want to live on Skid Row? That's up to you. That's your choice. But if you want to be on level 1 and stay at the beginner's level, I did a video. This is funny, but anyway, y'all, thank you for coming in and subscribing to my channel, checking me out as I try to lay some stuff down and learn at the same time, sharing with the guys on some things that can be very helpful to you as a either beginner musician and potentially intermediate level. I don't really see this video being helpful to anybody who's already arrived, but sometimes there might be musicians out there that don't know the theory or the basic theory behind the madness. So maybe this video could be very helpful as I learn, you learn ideas and stuff like that. So I see it from that angle, as it being helpful, because I was at one point, I didn't know basic theory. I didn't know all this stuff. No idea about any of this. All I know is here's some chords, try to figure out what the cats are doing, and good luck. All right? It's the truth. Good luck. That's what most musicians be probably saying to themselves. Well, if you can catch me, record me, and you can catch what I'm doing, good luck. You be lucky if they connect with you and say, hey, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. But like I said, I ran into a musician many years ago. And I would just say it was just my luck or blessings, if you will, that this particular musician actually took the time out to help me understand what the heavyweight musicians do. We call them heavyweights. The pros, right? The guys that we all look up to various different musicians, whether it's female or male. We all have somebody out there that we look up to. And so he showed me some very good ideas. We would use the word the ropes. Show me the ropes on some of the ideas that musicians be doing. And so it's just now up to me to put in the works. He's already helped me out with the works. And so this is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, is taking the works that he's already put in, and all I'm doing is, y'all know it's like when somebody deposits something in the bank account. Somebody deposit $1 million, you ain't gonna let it just sit there. I promise you ain't gonna let it sit there and do nothing. You gotta go over there and do some withdrawal. So I had somebody to help deposit some stuff. Of course, I had to deposit myself too. So it just wasn't the help that I got from, and I'm not just saying one musician, it was a few or several, okay, many. And it's gave me some ideas, but one person really put a lot of energy into helping me in a massive way, basically. So I give my props to that particular goat there. But so with that being said, now, as he used to say to me, it's really up to me to put in the actual works. Otherwise, I could still do the chatter and complain all day. Hey man, I'm tired of sounding like basics and stuff, or whatever, or just kindergarten level, if you will. I want some of that college stuff, the way that the other musicians are doing things. So as he would say, hey man, you gotta decide. That's how he pretty much put it. You gonna have to decide. I mean, in other words, stop telling me about this. I'm gonna show you the ropes. I'm gonna put in some works for you. But now you gonna have to. It would have been so cool if maybe not say that, but because that would be crazy. They're already making robots, right? Y'all get what I'm trying to go to. They're making robots to do stuff that us human beings is almost impossible for us to do. Y'all catch that? So it's kind of like, man, yeah, if I had this man's brains and all of the craziest chords that he have laid down for me, and the ideas, just let me take your brain and you just hook up a USB port to it and hook it up to my brain and transfer all that information over to me. But of course, that didn't work like that, right? So all the information that he has shared with me and told me how to do it is now up to me to put in the works as a beginner, rookie level musician. Or we might say, some of y'all might say, oh man, the way you play, man, that sounds way more than a rookie or intermediate level, man. You sound like the pros yourself. I mean, I said, hey, listen, I will say it again. You can go from rookie level, beginner level, immediately to advanced level. The only way you get there is you got to listen to what the advanced level musicians is doing. And all they're doing is the basic theory behind the madness. And they making it sound good enough for you to look over at them like, ooh, that was nasty. Ooh, that was dope. Ooh, that was... Give them the stank look, you know what I'm saying? So it's nothing that me, you, or anybody else cannot do. It's just now I get the understanding of what it is. And it's all in the scales, the number system, and the chords, all that is all in one shot. You know your one is major, your minor 2, minor 3, major 4, 5, and 6 minor, and your 7 is diminished or dominant chord or whatever. And then your tritone. That's the formula I use. All right. That's one of the formula I recently started using back in 2019. And then before all that, I would just use everything on the one. What? Like everything on the one. Doesn't matter what key is in. It can be in C, it can be in A flat, it can be in D flat, it can be in B flat, it can be in A, it can be in G, it can be F, whatever the all 12 keys we have, right? Everything is the one. That's the way I look at it. Everything is the one. Right? So when I say everything is the one, all I'm doing is taking the major move on the one, minor move on the one. If I'm in C, I'm just using C, right? Major move, minor move, augmented move, add 7. Y'all hear me talk about this all the time. Diminish, all right? Dominant chord, major 7, sus2, the secret sauce chord, which is the 7 sus4 chord, the sus4 chord, and the secret sauce chord again, which is your 7 sus4 again, and the tritone. That's about 10 chords roughly about 10 chords, and then you have your tritone, and then you learn to do what is called mix and match chords. And I think I wrote some of that information down in my book somewhere. Whatever book, I think it was the other book. And one of the books over here to my side of me, you can take different chords and mix matching ways. I just demonstrated earlier that you can take 2 major chords and mix them up. You can take a minor chord and mix another minor chord with that. You can take a minor chord and mix it with a major chord. And so on and so forth. You can take a diminished and mix it with an augmented chord what was I gonna say? Minor chord. And so on and so on. So you can do a whole bunch of mix and matching chords. And believe me, that's what the pros be doing. It's all theory. It's all the basic theory. And when we use the word basic theory, it's basic theory, y'all. So, with me learning of that idea, what was happening in these pages here for that lifestyle of worship that Elder DW was doing was a combination of what I said, all right? And the song that I was trying to learn, Great Is Your Mercy, some combination of chords there again, right? Major, 2 major chords, 2 different major chords mixed together. So, yes! And then your major 7s, your sus2, secret sauce chord, tritones. All right, this is your boy Bishop Dracer, Andre Clark, aka Bishop Dracer on Facebook. Dracer Clark. So it's I gotta go take a nap, y'all. It's 6:30 almost. So, and plus I'm getting cold. All right. So thank you guys for tapping in on my channel. Share, hit that like button if you like what I'm doing, the context that I'm laying down. Share with the brother, sister, cousin, uncle, auntie, pastor, bishop, whoever. Somebody that want to learn how to play. You know, maybe you got a daughter, a niece, or something, a nephew, cousin, enemies. Your enemies might be mad at you, especially if they'll be like, who is this new cat? Who is this new cat on the line on YouTube? Who is this new cat bringing it like that? Who is this dude? I got to meet this cat. No, who is this cat? But yeah, thank you for subscribing. And I really appreciate you guys and your prayers for those who've been praying for me and knowing that I've been out sick for a minute. I decided to start trying to dedicate myself, commit myself to the keyboard. Yeah, that part. And the only reason why I'm doing that was because of the what if. And that's like if you go to some church somewhere, their organ don't work or they don't even have an organ there. So I'm trying to do the what ifs, you know, practice my skills, right? Practice your craft, y'all. Practice your skills, your craft. All right. You can go from a beginner's level to intermediate level very quickly. And if y'all keep following me, all right, you keep on following me, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Somebody going to say, you already on your way, Doc. Doc, you already on your way. Yes, because it don't take, okay, I was about to say don't take that long. But if you start, I always used to have this saying, if you don't start nothing, it won't be nothing. I'm not going to say I'm going to be a pro in one day. I might start playing some pro chords all day today. You know, I might come back and do another couple more videos, right? Doesn't mean that I've already arrived. I'm in the early stage of learning to play some of the stuff that the pros play. And this is something with my former music teacher, the GOAT, taught me the ropes. He said, man, if you want to play really good and you want to sound good, not that I want to sound exactly like these guys, but it was just a point of taking some of the ideas. That's why I call it takeaways. You know, what's my takeaway from all of this, right? I might not never, and when I use the word never, play any of this stuff anywhere on the planet and no church nowhere. I'm just doing this in the comfort of my home like a hobby. But there are chords and chord progressions in the movements that are happening in this song and in the other one. And I haven't even transcribed that other song. Matter of fact, oh man, that's gonna be some work. Right. Now that I thought about it, from that other song, Great Is Thy Mercy, because I don't think I've transcribed that song. I don't believe I did. And I don't really feel like looking through all my books or whatever, but I don't believe I did it. And I got some empty pages here. A lot of empty pages in this particular book. I might go ahead and transcribe this stuff, that other song. Yeah. It's gonna be some work. And the only reason why I would do that, y'all, as a musician or whatever, is only because I might forget the stuff. It can happen. Remember, I said I might not never play this nowhere, but right now, I'm having some fun. This is a hobby. I'm just enjoying what I'm doing, right? And grabbing some ideas and some chords to take away that I may use somewhere else in something else. But because I'm working on what the pros are doing or has done in the past, because this is old stuff, right? So there's a saying, another man's trash is another man's treasure. Remember that, y'all. Another man's trash, a woman or man or whatever, another man's trash, not all trash, no, but another man's trash can be your treasure. Right? Another man's treasure, another man or another woman's treasure. So for somebody who did this 10 years ago or 13 years ago, 15 years ago, it's probably trash to them. It ain't trash to me. That's some heat. All right, this is treasure to me. I'm having a good time learning this stuff, right? It's treasure to me, right? Now, after I probably play this, maybe and get to really get familiar with the moves, the entire song, and do it probably for this whole entire month or something like that, or maybe the next month. And then now it becomes my trash because now I'm like, I can play this without thinking about it and having to chop up stuff because now I learned the whole tune. from the beginning to the end, right? So then it becomes my trash. And then it might be one of y'all's treasure. All right, somebody out there who it might be your treasure next. All right, so now it's my treasure. So it's my time, right? My time to shine and get better. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get up off of here. So once again, thank you for coming in and subscribing. Maybe I better leave this open because I may go ahead and transcribe this. I don't want to. The only thing is I don't want to transcribe this while at the same time I'm learning the thing, because that's just two different things going on. What that end up happening is that if I sit here and play the chords, play what I see, hear is going on, and then I'm jotting it down in the book, I would say my concentration mode would sort of go out the window, because I'm more or less trying to concentrate on make sure I got all these chords and every move in the book, to the point that I'll do the whole song, to the point that I'm not even going to remember what I'm actually doing, because I'm concentrating on grabbing the chords and dropping it in the book, grabbing these chords, dropping it in the book, grab these chords, step-by-step note and everything, from chord to notes and all that, all the little whatever. Then my focus will be so much on me moving just the chords, because that's too much to remember and write, and remember to write at the same time. So I just probably may not write this out in my book. I'm thinking about it. I am contemplating on doing that. Yeah. So I might go ahead and do it. But that takes a lot of time. I might be on this book or on that song for a month. No, I'm sorry. 6 months. No, maybe 3. Okay, maybe a year. Transcribing, because that's a lot of time, and plus 2 hour work. So yeah. So work, church, and come home and work with the wife and all that. That's a lot to be trying to transcribe that and writing that down. So I'm gonna contemplate on that. I'll pray about it. But if I don't go that route, then it's so much easier for me just to learn the song and get it down, and get it down. And maybe much later on, I might go ahead and transcribe the chords later. So I'm contemplating on that there. Anyway, so thank you guys for coming in and chiming in. Thank you for your comments. If you have already made some, thank you for hitting that like button. Also share. All right. Let somebody know that, hey, there's this dude out there by the name of Andre Clark is just landing down some heat. And subscribe. Thank you for everybody who subscribed. I had not been able to keep up for the newer people who's recently subscribed, probably from the month of, well, I got sick in November the 9th. So moving from there, 2023 to December and all that type of stuff. So whoever has to come on and subscribe, and those from that point, November 9th, moving forward to the end of December 2023, I would like to thank you. Oh, and then now this year, 2024, so basically 23 November, December, and then this year 2024, for those who have come on and subscribed, thank you for subscribing and hitting the like button and following me, and so I'm really trying to press the keyboard business. I feel this way, y'all, once I start the traction, and that's kind of how I am. If I can get a traction going, y'all know, get the wheels rolling, and it's not spinning my wheels, I'm pretty much gonna be locked in on this keyboard. So I've already spent since whatever the videos you guys seen within the last whatever, my wheels is not spinning now. Maybe I might be burning some. No, y'all know, spinning your wheels, burning rubber, wasting time. No, my wheels is moving now. So once I lock in onto something, I'm pretty much stay locked in. Now I know when I get ready to go back to church to play for my church, because I'm getting better now, feel better. Probably gonna be either February or maybe next Sunday. Yeah, I think I'm feeling well enough to go back to church next Sunday. Or no, is it this Sunday coming up? Yeah, this Sunday coming up. And moving forward. If not, then for sure back in February I'll start playing back to church again. Yeah. So with that being said, of course, I gotta focus on songs that I do on the organ because majority of the time my honey be like, I want you to do the stuff on the organ. Woman, what if the organ is broke at church or somebody else's church? Then I need to, yeah. So that's where my challenge is gonna come in right there. But I'm more than likely, like I said, I'm already locked in. This stuff is starting to be fun to me. Y'all can see where it's at. Bam! I got my other books here. Yeah, it's kind of tore up a little bit, but got 2 books over here that I'm gonna be pulling some information out of this and dropping some. Not everything in here is for keyboard, and not everything is in here for organ. So it's kind of like organ, keyboard, basically both. Yes, it's got a lot. All right, but most of my stuff that I usually do, I usually kind of stop trying to do this. Look at my notes, my transcription one. Excuse me. When I started transcribing, I mostly usually get my other electronic gadget out, and then I look at that, and most of my information is in my electronic device. But sometimes that doing thing be shutting off on me, so that's the reason why I pulled out the paper because I got tired of it shutting off on me while I'm trying to learn to move, and then all of a sudden I gotta find the page again. So that's the reason why I got my papers out. Pampers. All right, y'all. Peace of love and cornbread. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'm gonna jump back into bed because now I'm cold. I'm getting cold. Oh. And I'll catch y'all on the next rebound. In a couple of hours, I might come back in here and do some more stuff. Gone.